Hey all, welcome to part 8 of Machine Learning interview series on Tech Tablet. This is me, Varun, and in this video, let us go further from where we stopped in the last as usual, and the topic would be to understand the interview question and answers for machine learning, right? We are also trying to cover different languages like R and Python because I work on these two technologies, that is R language and Python. And for all those of you who don't know about me, I started my career with SAP ABAP, moved on to UI5, started my YouTube channel, pursued my passion for rap. I rap in English, Hindi, and Telugu. And if in case you've not checked out, you should probably check this out. And currently work as a data science trainer and a developer as well. So yeah, this is a bit about me for all those of you who have, uh, you know, uh, known me for the first time. So yeah, the question here, the first one is Naive Bayes a linear model or a non-linear one? Okay, to answer this, firstly, Naive Bayes is a non-linear model. Okay, it is used for classification, and you would also see that in R and Python when you're trying to plot the prediction boundary, that it has a very nice curve which separates the non-linear distributed observation. Okay. So yeah, in this way, just to answer, I mean, keep it short, it is a non-linear model. Can P of X be zero? Now here we're talking about naive Bayes for all obvious reasons. Yes, it can be zero, and this happens when the new data has outlier. Okay, and therefore there is no other data point within the radius of the circle. Okay. However, going by the formula, that is the naive Bayes theorem, is only true when P of X is different other than zero. It should not be a zero. So if this is zero, then the other value can also be set to zero without you know any further thoughts. How does the algorithm decide the circle? This is also about an algorithm like KNN, because here when we're talking about the circle, then we should understand that there is the concept of neighbor that is coming into picture. So uh, okay, so notwithstanding the intuition lecture which we've seen, the new data point that we have, it it kind of roughly moves around the center. It keeps readjusting itself. All right. But if we had drawn the circle a little differently around the new data point, then the number of green points could have been more than red, which means that assuming that here you have a circle, okay, and you have green values here and red values here, okay, and you're using KNN to classify a new point, okay, so it would go on to that side, wherein the value is more, okay, and this circle is decided based on the points that you choose, all right, and that's exactly what we are trying to talk about here with regards to KNN. Now, between Naive Bayes and KNN, which one would you choose? Well, I would try both of them because the main difference between both of them is Naive Bayes has a probabilistic approach, and Naive Bayes is very, very easy. Naive Bayes is also claimed to be one of the smallest and easiest algorithm to be applied for classification methodologies. So yeah, you may try Naive Bayes and KNN as well. What does the fit method do here in Naive Bayes? Again, as I said, fit method, it could be any algorithm. It basically does the same thing. It would collect the data in train and train of X and Y, obviously. And from that, it will do the successive operations. That is, firstly, it will get the prior probability, that is the marginal likelihood, and the posterior probability. And then using the circle around the observations, it will learn how to classify these and predict future outcomes. So this is how fit method does its job when we talk about naive Bayes. How do you get the probabilities as output? When talking about probabilities, you would be using predict, the same old function, okay? But because this is to predict the probabilities, it is predict underscore proba, okay? And you would want to predict the probabilities of test model, right? So This will give you a array with two columns, one for zero and one for ones. So this is how you would be predicting the probabilities. So there is a small difference between predict and predict proba. Okay, predict proba is to predict the probabilities, while this is only a generic predict. The seventh one that I have is, why do we need to convert the dependent variable as a factor? Now, this is done, to specify the dependent variable is a categorical variable, and that 0 and 1 should be treated as categories or factors. Okay, it's very important that we kind of, do this step. In naive-Bayes function is using the argument formula equal to purchased, similar to specifying x and y. Yes. In short, yes. But you must specify what is dependent variable and the independent variable as well. And that is also very important. You cannot just specify the name of one column and assume that your system would understand everything else. That's not how it works. How does the algorithm split the data point in decision trees? Again, when we talk of splitting the algorithm, it uses the reduction of standard deviation of the predictions. In other words, the standard deviation is decreased right after every split. I mean, this is something that happens. This is not something we can control or we have control over. And this is the reason why when you're building a decision tree, it is about it's about finding the right attribute which returns the highest standard deviation reduction. Thereby, you would have the most homogeneous branches as the child node. All right. So then comes the last question, that is, what is information gain and how does it work in decision trees? IG in decision tree regression, or it could be classification, it works on the concept of standard deviation reduction. That is one thing that you should be noting. And here we calculate by how much the standard deviation decreases after each and every split. And because the more the standard deviation is decreased after a split, the more homogeneous, or we would be having the child nodes. So information gain and standard deviation are very closely related to each other. Wouldn't be a wrong statement to make. So yeah, if in case you enjoyed the video series and if you found this useful, please do not forget to share and subscribe, because sharing is caring. And if you're looking for any interview trainings in detail, then please feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram ID, that is Hyderabadi_Chora, or varunrao_gemini@yahoo.com, if in case you're planning to write a mail to me. Thank you very much. This is me, Varun, signing off.